What is going on, guys? This is Baum Gaming HD, and I'm bringing you episode 6 of my Portsmouth career mode Road Back to Glory with Portsmouth FC, and getting right into a couple of transfers here because, of course, as you guys know from the last episode, if you haven't watched that is, go check it out. We are in the transfer deadline day, so we're offering a couple of A-League players a chance to join the great Portsmouth FC. We've got Jerome Pollins, Basat Barisha just before, Pascal Boschart as well, and Brian Grant from Sydney FC. So we've got a couple of offers there, but this is one of the big ones that I am obviously looking into. It's Tim Cahill, fellow Australian. Absolutely rate him highly. Even now, he's in such great form for New York Red Bulls. So I think he'd be a really good asset to the Portsmouth, the Portsmouth squad. Ben Amos as well. I'm giving him an offer because we really do need another keeper. I think that's one thing we are lacking. Not saying Sullivan's done brilliant for me, as you guys would have seen from the previous episodes. He's kept me alive in a couple of cup competitions with some great penalty saves and that sort of thing. But he is weak, and he's not the youngest lad. So these two guys, Jesus and Ben Amos, before were transfer listed. So I thought, you know what, why not give them a chance? Just go for them. I've got the money now, so might as well give them a chance to join the club. And if they do, that would be absolutely fantastic. But we have to wait 2 hours into the transfer deadline day before we get any emails back on any of our inquiries, or transfer offers, I should say. And we get a confirmation that Real Madrid have, in fact, decided to say, yep, we'll take the 375 for Jesus, so that's fantastic. On the other hand, Manchester United want a little bit extra for Ben Amos, which I'm happy to oblige and give him the extra. I think it was 75k, which is fine. As you guys seen in the last episode, I did try and go for Jermaine Defoe, but they want a little bit extra, which is fine. So I tried to take the piss a little bit. They want 9.5. I offered 9. So we'll see if we can get him across. Just confirmation yet again. We have signed Jonathan Tah on loan. Anthony Marshall, again on loan. We've got also, I believe, Back Alley, he's going to be an absolute beast for me. I can already tell. He's 74 rated, and he's a 17-year-old right winger, so he is absolutely brilliant. And of course, in the last episode, Ozturnal. So I think he'll do quite well as well. They're all players that have a really high potential for growth, but we get a great email here. Tim Cahill, I cannot believe it. Red Bulls have accepted my offer. He wanted 25 on a 1-year deal. I said, you know what, I'm going to need to pay a little bit extra to entice him, so I bumped it up to 35. We also get confirmation here that Sydney FC have accepted the transfer offer of £100,000 for Pascal Boschart. He's a 33-year-old, so I'm only going to use him for 1 or 2 seasons. In fact, he only wants a 1-year deal. He wants $3,000. I'm not going to give him $3,000. I'm going to give him 2.5 on a 1-year deal. I'm not going to specify his club role either because, as you guys know, I love Ngala, and obviously with Jonathan Tah coming in, I want to see him grow. So he's only going to be used sparingly every now and again, Boschart, but depending obviously on the on his performance. But we get an email here from Western Sydney Wanderers. Saying that they want a little bit extra for Jerome Pollins. They want 75k extra, and I thought, you know what, that's fine. I'll part with that money. We go down into the 7th hour of the transfer deadline day, and we get an absolutely amazing few emails here. Pascal Boschart, great, a good player. So we've got him on the books. That's all sweet, and we get Jesus, which is fantastic. In fact, Ben Amos said that he wanted this, that, and the other. So I was like, nah. But we also get confirmation that Tim Cahill wants to join the club. He's accepted our personal offers, which is absolutely amazing. But I chose to stall it because, as you guys know from the last episode, we are waiting on this man. Wesley Schneider could be joining Portsmouth FC whilst they're still in League 2. That would be absolutely amazing. I get to the transfer negotiation stage. He wants 90k on 2 years. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to bump that up a little bit. I'm going to bump it up to 110 on a 2-year deal like you asked, and I'm going to make you a crucial team member because, let's face it, guys, he's going to pretty much start every single game for me. We've got Jerome Pollins here, who said, I'll join your club, but I want $4,000 on 3 years. He was never going to get $4,000, so I'll give him 2.75, 3-year deal. Did not specify the club role because, as you guys know, I don't really like to do that. Only for a few select players like Wesley Schneider, and who in fact comes back to me and says, you know what, nah, up your price, money talks, bullshit walks sort of thing. And I decided to up it by 15k, give him a 2-year deal and a crucial first team member. So we'll see if we can get him across. But we do get good news on Jerome Pollins. He has accepted our personal offer, personal terms I should say, and of course we get the notification again for Tim Cahill, which hopefully either one of Wesley Schneider or Tim Cahill would be an absolutely amazing asset to this team. So I'm not fussed at all on who we get, to be honest. In fact, if we don't get Wesley Schneider, which you see here, he does come up and say, nah, I need more money, which at this point I was getting very, very, very frustrated. So I say, you know what, 140 is my walkaway price, 2-year deal, crucial first team member. So if you want it, take it. If you don't, well, you know what, you've just saved me a shitload of money. In fact, £22.5 million. He says decline offer. He's declined my offer. So whatever. I thought, you know what, Tim Cahill wants to play for my club. He's accepted my personal terms. I'm going to accept Tim Cahill and just be done with the Wesley Schneider acquisition. And that was it for the transfer deadline day, guys. So we've got an absolute beast squad. We get a notification here that one of our youth players, is only youth player at the moment, is eligible for selection. So he's a centre back. He's got a great potential of 74 to 94, I think, in the last screen. He wanted 500 on 2 years, so we gave him 1,000 on 3 to entice him to stay at the club longer, and he hopefully will grow. But there's my team, guys. An absolute beast team. I mean, pause it if you want to have a bit of a closer examination, but we've got an absolute boss team there, and I think we're going to do quite well against Norwich. We've got Norwich in the Capital One Cup coming up against the big Premier League boys here, so we'll see if we can get a result here. Would be absolutely amazing. But Bartram's on the ball here, going to play it off to Painter, one-touch ball there to Cahill, one-touch ball, Bartram back to Aubameyang. He's going to turn and play a through ball. Looks like it's going to be cut out, but look at that for a weak header. Tim Cahill pounces on it, and that is his first goal in his debut for Portsmouth FC. And he goes over to the corner flag for his trademark celebration of boxing the corner flag, and that's an absolute fantastic goal, real poacher's goal, which I guess Tim Cahill can fall into that category at times. So that's a 1-0 lead in 10 minutes of the game, which is absolutely amazing. But we're not going to break from play here, guys, because the next highlight is just coming up. Look at this for a through ball from Fur. Absolutely brilliant to Butterfield, and he gets so close. Butterfield was actually giving me nightmares, my defence, but real well kept in by Painter, and we managed to clear that effort. But we're in the 25th minute mark here now, guys, and Butterfield is on the ball, leads my defenders on a merry dance, cross the ball in for Snodgrass, and guys, the story. If a cross comes in and they've got some attacking players in the box, it's probably going to be a goal. And so it proved yet again in the 27th minute mark, with me losing my lead. Only kept it for 17 minutes, but they get a decent goal, and that made it 1-1 in the 27th minute mark. We're in the 35th minute mark here, and they get through again, but my keeper Jesus, he's absolutely brilliant. I'm so glad that I chose to get a keeper. Back alley plays an amazing through ball here. Was supposed to be picked out for Aubameyang. Tim Cahill gets it, crosses it in, and Joshua Kennedy with an almost physic-defying goal. Look at this for just amazing. I don't even know how he got a head on it, and he got it pretty close to the goal, to be honest. But that was half-time, guys. So 1-1 against the Premier League side at half-time in the Capital One Cup is not a bad, half-time result at all. But it's the 47th minute mark, so literally almost straight from the kickoff. Snodgrass plays it off to Butterfield, and look at this, just terrible defending. I was at 6s and 7s. I do not know what I was thinking here. Gets off a shot, pretty speculative, but because there's so many defenders in the way, he's the keeper's vision is obstructed, and Butterfield gets himself on the score sheet. He set up one, and now he's scored one. He, as I said just previously, he's absolutely given me nightmares this game. He was just unstoppable. Look at that. It's pretty speculative effort, but he did quite well to get on target. So that made it 2-1 in the 49th minute mark. And believe it or not, we're not going to stop the play, because Snodgrass here, leading my defenders again, just taking the absolute piss. Hopper plays it off to Fur to Tetty to Butterfield, and what the fuck is that? Like, Norwich has turned into fucking Barcelona or something like that. It's ridiculous. They just turned it on. In the second half, look at this interplay. I mean, Fur, and I mean, that's just ridiculous. I couldn't stop it. It happened so quick, and that was literally in the 52nd minute mark. They were the goods and got a 3-1 lead. And here's in the 55th minute mark, they almost go ahead 4-1. I mean, my defense was absolutely asleep in the second half. I do not know what happened. They get the corner in here, and it's a goal. And I didn't know what to do, because I can't stop it. If you don't stop the cross, which you can't do in a corner, obviously, then how are you supposed to stop a header? Because it's so OP. I've downloaded the patch. It doesn't matter. So, you know what? I made a couple of changes. I needed a bit of pace, so I put on Halloran and Marshall. So we get another chance here. Halloran plays a decent ball across the face of goal to back alley, and it gets blocked, and keeper had it pretty easily. But Marshall, how about this for your first involvement? The first bit of contribution, plays a great through ball to back alley, and that is perfectly finished into the bottom right hand corner in the 67th minute mark. So we're down 4-2 only in the 67th minute mark. So I thought, you know what, we may have a chance here of getting something out of this game. It would be absolutely amazing if we even drew level and took it to extra time, but we're in the 82nd minute mark here. And, we were running out of time. We just had to get the ball in. Painter puts in a great cross here, and Tim Cahill with an absolutely beast header, but couldn't do anything with it, and nothing resulted from the corner. And that was pretty much it, guys. That was it of the Capital One Cup. We are out, which is really unfortunate, because I think we put in a really great shift. But that will do us for the episode, guys. And as always, if you have enjoyed this, please do hit that like button. Your support so far has been absolutely fantastic. Subscribe for more FIFA content if you haven't already. And if you want, please do share with friends that you think would enjoy this. In any case, I'll see you in the next episode. It's been Baum Gaming HD.